Hi everyone. Can you all hear me? Can I have a quick yes or no in the chat box? Okay, thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Sneha and I'm community manager at Whizlabs. So I welcome you all to this webinar on how to pass AZ-900 exam, Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. So I would quickly go and introduce our speaker for the day, who is himself certified in this exam. So welcome Aditya, thank you for joining us for this session and getting on board with us. So Aditya Pandey is currently working at Whizlabs and he is part of the labs team, and he's also a cloud community leader, and he likes to take every opportunity he can to help the community members. And he is also a Microsoft Learn student ambassador, and he has been certified in Microsoft Microsoft Azure 2 times. So yes, welcome Aditya.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you for this beautiful introduction. And now I think there is no need to introduce myself once again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I really welcome you all to this session. And so let me share my screen first. Is my screen visible, Sneha?
Yes, Aditya. And actually, before we start the session, I would like to tell our attendees that for any questions, you can write in the Q&A section. So chat box is a different thing, and there is another section called Q&A. You can see it in the footer of your Zoom screen. So whatever questions you have for Aditya, make sure you are typing that and sending it in the Q&A section, so that we can make sure that we answer all your questions. Thank you. Please continue, Aditya.
Sure. So yeah, once again, I really welcome you all to this session, everybody. And so today's agenda of this session is we'll be talking about what is AZ-900 exam and the syllabus and format of this exam. Also, we'll be talking about who should actually seek AZ-900 certification. And then we'll talk about how you can prepare for this exam. And then we'll also be talking about the career benefits which AZ-900 gives you. And at last, we'll be have a Q&A round. And I'll be also taking questions, your questions in between the session. And then finally, we'll be having a short quiz of 5 to 6 questions. And every question will be having a winner. So yeah, let's get started with the session. But before starting with the session, I would really like to ask you all that who all are there really want to pursue their career in cloud. Please type in the chat box. Okay, Rohit, Mayur, Annie, Bobby, Ayushi, Santosh. That's really great. That's really great. Perfect, perfect. Then I must say that this certification will be a great start for you. This certification, this certification will give you a lot of knowledge about cloud and Azure, which will make you, perfect fit for cloud field, right? If you really study about this certification about cloud computing and particularly this AZ-900 examination, you will really get an idea that how cloud computing works, how cloud service provider works, how they provide you services. So all these things we are going to talk about in this session, and that everything comes under AZ-900 examination. So let's get started with our first agenda. Yeah. So before knowing about AZ-900 examination, first you should know that what is Azure, right? There is no use of AZ-900 if you don't know about Azure. So first you should know about Azure, and then you will then you will bring a bit of excitement in you that okay, you want to learn about Azure, you want to do a certification in Microsoft cloud, right? So what is basically Azure is basically Microsoft's public cloud computing platform which provides cloud services on demand. See, public cloud computing platform means It is publicly available to everybody. Also, it is available over the internet, and it can be shared with many organizations, right? It can be shared with many individuals. So that's why we are saying it is a public cloud computing platform, right? See, I'm sitting here, I can also use Azure. You are sitting there, you can also use Azure, right? And there are some cloud models on which cloud computing works, right? So there are three types of cloud models, that is private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. So Azure supports all of these. Okay, so if we talk about private, public, and hybrid cloud, I'll just try to give a bit of idea about these three cloud models. See, if we talk about private cloud, what do you understand with private? Private means it's yours and nobody else is accessing that, right? If there is something which is private to me, I would like to keep it private to me only, and I don't want that anybody apart from me can have the access it, right? So that's why similarly, if I am owning organization, or I'm running an organization, and there are some private data which I don't want that people outside my organization have the access. So what will I use? I will use private cloud, right? And and if I talk about public cloud, what I'll do, let's say I have an organization and I have a lot of data which I want to put it publicly, which I want to show it publicly, right? So what I'll do it, I'll keep it on public cloud, and through which everybody outside the organization or inside my organization have the access of it, right? Now, if I talk about hybrid cloud is a mixture of public and private cloud, right? Let's say I have an organization, and there is a lot of data in my organization, right? Every organization have a lot of data, right? And there are some confidential data and there are some non-confidential data, right? So if I talk about confidential data, would you keep it on public cloud? No, right? I will try to keep my confidential data in a private space, right? Which nobody have access of it, right? So what I'll do, I'll use I'll use private cloud for my confidential data, and I'll use public cloud for my non-confidential data, right? So my organization is using two types of cloud models, that is private and public. So I'll call that a hybrid cloud model, right? A hybrid cloud model will be of public and private, mixture of both, right? So I hope you have a good understanding of this cloud model. So now let's talk about AZ-900, which is sorry, yeah. Now let's talk about AZ-900 examination, okay, which is a Microsoft Azure Fundamental Certification Exam. And what this examination covers is it covers a basic concept of Azure Cloud and cloud computing, right? You will, if you go for this examination, you will have the understanding of cloud concepts, not Azure Cloud. First, you will be understanding how cloud works, what are the different models, what are different delivery models, deployment models, right? Scalability, and many more terminologies, right? And then you will also be learning about Azure Cloud. So this exam will give you a complete, this exam will make you ready for a complete basic cloud administration, right? So after reading for this exam, you will have the foundational level knowledge on Azure administration, like how Azure actually works, what are the different services Azure provides, right? And this exam is also designed for those candidates who are looking to demonstrate their foundational level knowledge of cloud service and how those services are provided by Microsoft Azure, right? So they will be having a very good understanding of Azure Cloud. They'll be having a very good base of Azure Cloud and of cloud computing. So yeah, let's proceed further. Okay, now the agenda is why you should go for AZ-900 first. See, Microsoft already provides a lot of certification examinations, right? It has fundamental examinations, it has associate level certifications, it has expert level certifications. But but why you should go for AZ-900 first? See, when you prepare for associate or expert level first, you will find that you'll be having a difficulty while understanding the concepts. See, if you are studying about a bigger problem and you're not having understanding of the basic concepts, the underlying concepts, you won't be able to get that very easily. You will take time, then you will, when you are reading about the major issues, then you will take time to study about basic concepts, and it will really take your time, and it will be all a time waste, right? But when you go for fundamental examination, first you have you already have the basic concept, you already have the basic knowledge of Azure and cloud computing. So after, when you go for associate examination, you will be feeling very confident, okay, that you already have the fundamental knowledge of Azure, and now you are appearing for associate examination. So when you will be reading about, studying about associate level examination, let's say Azure administrator or Azure developer, you will find that it will be very easy for you to understand things. You will be able to relate things with the underlying services which are running, or underlying concepts, right? So that's why it is advised to appear for AZ-900 examination first, because see, there are many more fundamental examination, certification examination, which Azure have, but the fundamental, the AZ-900 covers all the aspects of Azure, right? There are DP900, there are AI900, but these certifications covers only they cover about data, and AI900 covers about artificial intelligence in Azure, but AZ-900 covers all the aspects of Azure cloud, be it data, be it services of cloud services provided by Azure, administration, governance, etc., right? So that's why it is as advisable to appear for AZ-900 first. Now, let's talk about the syllabus and format which AZ-900 have. The exam format is very simple. It has 40 to 60 MCQ questions, and the duration of examination is 45 to 65-minute time, and the passing score is 70%. So the exam is of maximum marks is 1,000, and you have to you have to score minimum of 700 marks to pass this examination. So if we talk about syllabus, this as I already mentioned that Azure cloud covers all the basic concepts. So in syllabus, you will be studying about the cloud concepts, and you will also be studying about Azure architecture and services. And you'll also be learning about Azure management and governance. And the weightage of cloud concept is 25 to 30%, and Azure architecture and service is of 35 to 40%, and Azure management and governance of 30 to 35%. So if you look at this, you have to majorly focus on Azure architecture and services and Azure management and governance, because it has the high weightage, right? So before proceeding further, I would really like to ask all of you that, is there anyone who have already appeared for AZ-900 examination earlier and could not clear it? You can type in the chat yes or no. Okay. Okay, cool. Fine. Okay. So it's okay. It's okay. If any one of you have not cleared the examination, don't worry. After this session, you will have a better understanding of how you can prepare for the examination, and you will definitely be able to clear this examination very easily. So let's talk about the syllabus part, like what all things are covered in cloud concepts. So when you study about cloud concept, you will find that you will be understanding public, private, and hybrid cloud models, which I've already explained in the previous slide. And you will be learning the terms around agility, availability, reliability, scalability, fault tolerance, disaster recovery, CAPEX and OPEX. And you will also be learning about the delivery models. Delivery models are very fundamental concept of any cloud platform, any cloud service provider, right? Be it any cloud service provider, first you have to understand the delivery model. So please make sure that you are studying these concepts very thoroughly, because these concepts are going to help you in future. Because I've seen many people. I have also discussed. I had interaction with many people, and they only say that in an interview they only ask about the fundamental concepts which cloud have, right? So they will not ask you about any service which Azure provides. They will only ask you about the fundamental, the core concept of cloud computing, and these are, this delivery model, deployment model, and the terms like availability, scalability, fault tolerance, disaster recovery, capex, opex, right? So let me give you an idea about delivery models, like what delivery models are in cloud computing. See, there are three kind of delivery models. One is infrastructure as a service, another one is platform as a service, and the third one is software as a service, right? So I always take this example to explain these three terms, and and people find this example very useful. So I hope you also find this example really useful to understand these three terms. See, if I talk about infrastructure as a service, let's take an example. Let's say I have a computer. I have a computer which is of 4 GB RAM and 500 GB hard disk, and and a very basic processor that is of, let's say, i3 or Ryzen 3. And now I went to market and I bought a DVD of game, and now I want to play it on my PC, but I don't find it. Right. Sorry, I'm unable to run it on my PC because the configuration which my PC has is very less. It is not compatible for that game to run. So I have now two choices. Either I go and buy a new laptop, which is of higher configuration. And the second one is I go on cloud computing platform, let's say Azure, and I provision a virtual machine of higher configuration, which that game supports. So in first case, if I go and buy a new laptop, which may cost you 80 to 90,000, and after playing that game, that laptop is of no use. You won't be using that laptop. In future, let's say you are buying another game, then you will be using it. But the resources which that laptop has are going to be wasted, right? They're of no use. But in cloud, if I provision a virtual machine from Azure, I have this benefit of provisioning that virtual machine of the configuration which that DVD, which that game supports. And then after playing that game, what I have options, I have different options. After playing that game, I can stop that virtual machine. And let's say I'm playing that game for 1 hour, right? And let's say uh, generally the higher configuration may cost you 100 or 200 rupees for 1 hour, and not more than that. And you can assume that there is a huge cost difference. See, where is 80, 90,000 and where is 100 or 200 rupees. So this is how infrastructure as a service work. In infrastructure as a service, when we talk about IaaS, what you can do is you can take that VM, you can install your game on that. You can provision the resources, provision the components according to your need, right? So what that cloud is giving you? That cloud is giving you infrastructure, means a virtual laptop, a virtual laptop. See, the laptop which I'm giving this webinar is a hardware, right? Is a object, right? And you are using this object to run a virtual machine. And the cloud service provider, the data center, which are lying at some places, they are giving you a virtual machine, means a virtual kind of hardware, right? So they are giving you their infrastructure. That's why we are saying it's infrastructure as a service by cloud service provider, right? Now, if I talk about platform as a service, on platform as a service, also just 1 minute, I want to add one more thing in infrastructure as a service. See, when they give you their VM, what all you have to do, you have to install your operating system, and then only you can run your game, right? But in platform as a service, the difference is they are giving you their virtual machine, but the operating system is already installed on it, right? You don't have to take care, you don't have to worry about operating system. You can just take your DVD, you can install your game and then play it. Now, if I talk about software as a service, see, and here I want to take example of Google Drive, right? Google Drive, they are giving you everything. You just have to put your data there, right? You are storing your data. Means if I take another example, they are giving you a laptop with installed OS and install IDE. Now what you have to do, you have your code. Now you are just pasting your code, or you are just writing your code there, and you can run your code, right? You don't have to take care of IDE. You don't have to worry about operating system, and you don't have to worry about the underlying hardwares which you are using. So this is the basic difference between infrastructure, platform as a service, and software as a service. And I hope this example helped you to understand this concept. So let's move forward. Okay, let me ask you, is it clear to you all? IES, PS, and SAS? Perfect, perfect, great. Okay, let's proceed further. Okay, the second topic which AZ-900 covers is Azure architecture and services. In this topic, you will be learning about the different core architectural components of Azure. See, architectural component means the complete architecture on which any cloud platform works, right? A cloud platform has must have availability zones. A cloud platform must have their data centers, right? Like if we talk about Azure have their availability zones in different zones, different areas. Azure must have their Azure data centers, Azure resources. If they don't have resources, how they are going to help you, how they are going to serve you, right? They in Azure there is a term that called resource groups. I'll just give you a small understanding of resource group. What is resource group? When you use Azure, you will have to first make a resource group, right? Let's say if I'm giving you my laptop, and you are going to use my laptop. Okay, what I'm telling you, okay, let's take an example. Okay, there is a Rahul. What I'm telling Rahul that, Rahul, please make a folder of yours so that you can organize your data in that, so that you don't have to search for your data here and there in another folders, or you let's say, in case if you miss it, it will be difficult for you to find it. So what he did, he just made a folder of his name, or of any name of his understanding, and he are placing all of his data in that folder so that it can be accessible very easily. Similarly, in Azure, you make a resource group where you organize all your resources. All the resources which you are going to use will be organized in a resource group of your resource group, right? Because in case later, if you miss, let's say if you lost, if you uh, let's say if you forgot that what services you made, right? It will be very easy for you to find your services, all the services made by you in your resource group. This is called resource group. Resource group is like a folder in Azure, right? Just understand it simply. It is like a folder in Azure where all your services will be organized. Okay. The second thing which Azure Architecture and Services topic covers is they cover Azure Compute and Networking Services. In Azure Compute, there comes Azure Virtual Machines, Azure Virtual Machine Scale Set, Availability Set, Virtual Machine Desktop, and in Networking Services, We'll be going to study Azure Virtual Network, Azure Virtual Subnets, peering, Azure DNS, Azure VPN Gateway, and Azure Express Route, right? And the another topic they cover about is storage services. Azure has a lot of storage services. Okay, and these services are named here. Azure storage type and services describes it describes storage tiers. It describes redundancy options. Okay, the storage services which Azure gives are AZ copy, Azure Storage Explorer, and Azure File Sync, Azure Migrate, and Azure Data Box. So these are the services. These are the Azure storage services provided by Azure. And in this topic, they finally talk about the identity access and security. It is very important for your services to be secure, for your data to be secure, and the cloud provides really the cloud provides a lot of methods and a lot of services for to you to secure your data. You can secure your data by using Azure Active Directory. You can use multi-factor authentication. You can use single sign-on, and you can use Azure Active Directory conditional access. You can also use Azure role-based access control (RBAC). In role-based access control, what basically you do, let's say I have a subscription of Azure Cloud, and I am using my account of Azure, and I want another person to have access my account. So what I can do is I can only give him access what should be used by him, right? If I want him to use only my virtual machines, I will be only giving access to my virtual machine to that person. So this is called Azure role based access, right? So in the third topic, what they cover Azure management and governance, and which is of really high weightage, 30 to 35%. And the previous topic was also of very high weightage. So make sure you are focusing on these topics, and these topics are very important. If you understand this topic, these topics, all of these topics, you will have a very good understanding of Azure Cloud, right? If you'll be when you'll be working with any service, you don't have to, think about like what all these services, and I don't know this. Azure AZ-900 examination covers all of the services provided by Azure. They talk about from their basic services to their advanced services, right? So you will have really a very good understanding of these services. Now, if you talk about Azure management and governance, you'll be learning about cost management in Azure, like how you can manage your cost, right? How you can optimize your cost, right? Uh, let's say there are a few things which you have to take care of. Let's say I talked about a virtual machine. Let's say you are provisioning a virtual machine on Azure Cloud, and after playing the game, you forgot to stop your virtual machine. So when you wake up another day and you go to play your game again, you'll find that, okay, my virtual machine is running. And let's say if you are waking up after 1 month and you are seeing that, okay, my virtual machine is running since 1 month, you'll find that, okay, I rather I would have bought a laptop of 80 to 90,000 because it will cost you much more than that. So these are the things that you have to really take care of. You have to stop your virtual machine after you use it, after the use, right? So that you can optimize your cost, so that it can cost you very less, right? You will be learning about pricing calculator and total cost of ownership. You'll be learning about Azure cost management and billing tool. And then you'll be also be learning about tools in Azure for governance and compliances, like Azure blueprints, Azure policy, uh, purpose of resources log, and service trust portal. You'll be also learning about features and tools for managing and deploying Azure resources, like in how many ways you can deploy a service. Let's say if you are deploying a virtual machine, there are many ways you can deploy a virtual machine. You can use Azure Portal. Azure Portal is basically a portal, a web portal, where you can just go and find your service, click on that, and enter your specifications, and then you can directly create that service. You can also use Azure Cloud Shell. Cloud Shell is basically a terminal based way to deploy your virtual machine. And you can also use Azure CLI. Azure Cloud Shell includes CLI and PowerShell both. And you will also be learning about Azure Arc and Azure Resource Manager and Azure Resource Manager template. And then finally, you'll be learning about monitoring tools in Azure. Like let's say you are running a service in Azure and you want to monitor that service. Like what you want to see the analytics of the service, right? So there are services provided by Azure which you can use to analyze your resources, right? Let's say if your resources are running properly or not, if there is any fault or not, right? So you can easily use Azure services like Azure Advisor, Azure Service Help, Azure Monitor, Log Analytics, Azure Monitor Alerts, Application Insight to analyze your resources which are running in your subscription, right? So this is the whole syllabus of AZ-900, and when you start learning about it, you will really feel very eager to learn more about that, right? So make sure that you are reading each and every concept very thoroughly, because these concepts are very important for you to pass the examination, right? Because you can see the questions from every topic, because you can see that it has weightage of 35%, and you can see architecture and service weightage is 35 to 40%, and cloud concept is 25 to 30%. As cloud concept has don't have much topics, because they are the basic cloud concept and not of Azure cloud, right? They are the concepts on which Azure cloud works, on which any cloud platform works, right? So read all these things, all these topics very thoroughly. And let's talk about, that what all you have to prepare, what all you have to study, but the main thing is how to prepare for AZ-900 examination, because many people find that it is very difficult to prepare for the examination, and they don't get a good content, they don't get good study material for their for to prepare for this exam. So the first and the official site which Microsoft provides you is Microsoft Learn, and from this site you can have a basic understanding of cloud computing and Azure cloud, right? Let me show you the website. See, this is the web page of this AZ-900 examination, which Microsoft provides. From here, you can have the basic understanding of this examination.
Your screen is only shared for the presentation. You're not able to see the page.
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
I think you'll have to reshare your screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing it. Is it visible now?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. So this is the web page of Azure Fundamental Examination, and from here you can have the basic understanding of cloud computing and Microsoft Azure Fundamental Examination. They cover all the topics, and you can go through the topics and have a basic knowledge. When you scroll down, you can see that there are 5 modules from where you can prepare for the examination. There are 5 modules which are covered, and if you click on this module, you'll see that under this module there are under that learning path, actually there are 6 more modules which you have to study. They cover core Azure concept, they cover core solution and management tools, they cover general security and network security features, which and this every topic is covered here. But these topics will give you a basic understanding. They will not take you to the deep concepts, right? But it is very important, if you are preparing for a certification examination, you first go through this documentation, but you should have a very good content to prepare for this examination. And the another content which I found very useful is of Whizlabs course, Whizlabs AZ-900 course. Let me show you. See, this is the Whizlabs AZ-900 Microsoft Azure Fundamental course. And I think you can already see that there are already 39,990 learners. And when you Google it, you will find that there are a lot of students, a lot of professionals which have already given reviews about this examination, that they really got a very good understanding of Azure Cloud after going through this course. And this course covers all the aspects of AZ-900 examination, and also prepares you for for deeper concepts. They provide you hands-on labs, and in Microsoft's documentation, you won't be able to see any hands-on lab. So that's a drawback there. You can have a good uh, basic understanding, but you won't be having a deep knowledge of that, right? So you can definitely take this examination, take this course from Whizlabs, and you can see that they cover everything in this course. It has a 6 full-length mock examination, and it has 440 questions. And being honest, 440 questions for practice are more than sufficient for your exam, right? They give you a practice test. And honestly saying that the practice test of Whizlabs are very efficient for your examination. You will get an idea that how you'll be getting questions in your exams, and the practice tests are updated one, right? Because these certification exams questions are keep on updating monthly, right? So this practice tests are updated. You can go and check out this course, because this can be really a very useful course for your examination, right? You will be having this 13 hands-on lab for practice, 7+ hours of training videos, and 7 section test, right? 7 section test means you will be having test of different topics, right? And if I show you the content, lab content, when you click on lab platform, actually, I am in the labs team of Whizlabs. So honestly saying that we are working on providing on really good content for people out there. Because when you go out and check on Google, you will just find a short blog or about AZ-900, and short documentation of AZ-900, but they don't cover everything in their material, right? So it is very important to know each and everything about examination. Let's say you are appearing for UPSC examination. I hope you all must be aware about this examination. So when you prepare for UPSC examination, it is said that there is nothing you should leave. Everything, each and everything in your country, in the world, what is going in your country, in your world, your history, geography, economics, everything you should know, right? Because they can ask anything in your interview. Similarly, this examination is very important. So if any point or any small topics is written there, you have to understand that topic very thoroughly, right? And until unless you don't do hands-on on any topic or any resources, how would you know that? Let's say if I am creating a virtual machine 6 times, I can I can teach a person without even going to the portal. I can command him easily that, okay, just click on there without even seeing on the screen. If I've created 6 times a virtual machine 6 times, right? So that's why I'm saying hands-on labs, doing hands-on on the topics on the platform is very important for this examination, right? So if you go on labs platform and click on get started, you will see that it has lot of Azure labs. You can practice lot of labs, right? And if I choose this certification, you can see that there are this much labs. You would be creating virtual machine, you would be creating web app using Azure Cloud, you will be creating Azure container, you will be creating virtual networks, right? load balancer, Linux VM. You can create your own Linux VM, right? You would be able to create a storage account. So this is the extra knowledge and very important knowledge which is required for you to have for this examination, right? And that's all what the content you actually need to prepare for your examination, right? Let me come back to my slides, right? Also, let me share one thing with you all. I have seen many people who just Google the dumps question. They just type, okay, AZ-900 dump questions, dumps, and they just see that question, and they appear for exam and they clear it. See, guys, just don't fall in this trap, because this is a big trap. You can see on LinkedIn, like many people are appearing for AZ-900 examination. Many people are clearing that examination. Just don't get demotivated that, okay, you are not able to clear that, and or you are not having that examination, that certification in your resume. I would really suggest that don't fall in this trap. This trap is very, very bad for you, because when you'll be sitting in an interview, and when they see that you are putting that certification in your resume, and when they start asking questions about it, you will be like off. You will be off your mind, right? You won't be able to answer anything. That's why I'm saying, if you clear this examination, you will be able to face any interview regarding cloud computing or Azure cloud. Honestly saying. See, let me share an incident with you all. Before that, let's talk about who should seek AZ-900 certification. Let's say you are a beginner in cloud computing and you want to learn about cloud. So I would really recommend that go for AZ-900 certification, because it covers all the basic cloud computing concepts and Azure cloud. And if you want to get started with Azure, you should go for AZ-900. And also, if you are a developer, let's say you are a cloud developer or you are a software developer, at at a point of time, everybody take helps of cloud computing. Like we all are uh, already taking help of cloud computing. Like I hope you all must be using Google Drives to store your data. That is an example of cloud computing, and that is example of software as a cloud, software as a service. Sorry. Right. So let's say you are a software developer. So at any point of time, you may have to use cloud computing or Azure cloud, right? Or any cloud computing platform. So you should have the understanding of cloud computing and AZ-900 certification if you are going to use Azure cloud, right? Also, if you do this certification examination, you will be going to build a very good confidence in you to take another examination like associate one or expert one, because you are already cleared with all the basic concepts, right? And you don't have to worry about the underlying things, the basic concept of Azure cloud, the services, because you already know that. So it will help you to learn about associate examination and expert examination very easily, right? Also, you get great opportunities to validate your understanding of Azure concepts, right? Let's say if I am interviewing two persons and I find that one person's resume, he has a certification of AZ-900. So I can directly conclude that, okay, this person has a better understanding of cloud computing, right? So this certification examination has validated him, right? So I'll choose that person which has the certification in his resume, right? So it will also give you an edge over people who has not cleared this certification examination, right? Now if we talk about the career benefits of AZ-900. See, in market, if you go in the market, you will see that Azure cloud computing are being adopted by a lot of organizations, a lot of companies. They are adopting their cloud their data on Azure cloud. And recently, the news came that that metaverse is completely going to be deployed on Azure cloud. So you can conclude with this that how important it is to prepare for Azure cloud or cloud computing. Because see, if metaverse is going to be deployed on completely on Azure cloud, then the openings will be higher, right? So that's why I mentioned the point that you can grab a better job role in the market, and you can earn more than their counterparts, right? Also, if you prepare, or if you cleared this AZ-900 certification examination, you get a chance to become a part of Microsoft community contributor, right? You can become a Microsoft community contributor, because if you have the better understanding of this Azure cloud AZ-900, you have the capability of teaching people. You have the capability to uh, you know to let other people also understand the Azure cloud, right? You can have see, you already have the better understanding, so now you have the chance to educate people about the cloud, right? So what I was talking about, yeah, how to prepare for this examination. Yeah, I had a point to share actually. uh, I'm sharing an incident which happened with me. There was a person, senior of mine. There was professional who has been in corporate since 2012. He called me and he asked me that, "Hey Aditya, I need your help. Can you help me?" I said yes, why not? So we met, and I was helping him on a project, and I found that he was working on Azure DevOps, right? So I asked him that, oh, it's very interesting that you are working on Azure DevOps. So he told me that my company uses Azure technologies to work in their workplaces. They use Azure technologies. So I asked him, can you suggest me a certification? And I'm telling you, this is a real incident with me, which happened in the past. I asked him, can you suggest me a certification examination which I can prepare and I can add to my resume? So he told me, yeah, you should go for Azure certification examination. And he was unable to recall that certification name. So I was thinking that, okay, it might be associate level or expert level certification. But later he was asking me, you can name some. I told him Azure administrator. He said no. I told him Azure developer. He said no. Then I told him Azure fundamental examination, Azure AZ-900. So he told me yes, this is very important certification. You should prepare for. Then I didn't tell him anything. I was very happy that, okay, I've already cleared this examination. So just think how much it is important for you to have this certification and how much value it can add to your resume, right? Let's say you are sitting in an interview, and two persons are sitting in an interview, right? And they're asking questions about cloud and Azure. But the thing is, both person are giving same answers and have the same level of knowledge. But the thing is, one person don't have the certification in their resume, but another one has the certification mentioned in his resume. So I, yeah, obviously I cannot ask a lot of question. I cannot ask about all the services present in Azure. But after seeing that certification in his resume, I can directly conclude that, okay, doesn't matter that if they are having same level of knowledge, which I have asked, but this person has done this certification. So he may have better understanding of Azure cloud and cloud computing. So I'm going to hire him. So that's where you get an edge. And I'm saying that this certification is not tough. You can easily prepare for this certification in a week, in within 10 days, right? But please don't directly go on Google and search for questions which are asked in AZ-900 examination, because that will not going to help you in any case, right? Because You appear for examination after studying, practicing the only questions, and you're not clear about the concepts of cloud computing and Azure cloud, then it's of no use. Just don't do it for the sake of adding it to your resume, right? If you are doing this certification, please prove people that you have that value. You can showcase, you have that knowledge, right? So yeah, that's all from my side about AZ-900 certification examination. All the best to all of you who are present in this session, and I'm really, I can assure you that if you read that content which I shared with you, which I advised you to read from, you can use Microsoft Learns document, and you can use Whizlabs AZ-900 course, which has a really good content. And even we in the lab teams of Whizlabs, we are preparing really good labs for you so that you can have really good hands-on to prepare for any examination, any Microsoft certifications. Right. So I wish you all the very best for your examination, and just ping me when you clear your examination. I would really feel to see clearing this examination. Thank you so much. Um, Over to you, Sneha.
Thanks, Aditya. I think that was a brilliantly conducted session. And I'm really hopeful that all our attendees got to learn a lot about how to prepare for this exam. And I can see there are some really good feedback as well. I mean, before asking the feedback, our attendees are sharing how much they like the session. So thanks a lot, Aditya. And I can see there are 2-3 questions as well in the chat box and in the Q&A section. So let's check them first before we start the quiz. And I would request all other attendees also, if you have any further questions, please put in the chat box or in the Q&A section so that all your doubts, all your queries can be covered in this session itself. There is one question by Mohit in the chat box. Sir, I had free voucher for AZ-900 exam. How many times I can give the exam if I fail in first attempt without purchasing?
Okay, let me tell you, if you have a free voucher of examination, okay, do you know how you can, redeem that voucher? Do you want me to share how can you redeem? Yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, if I don't want it to happen, but if you are not able to clear your examination in first go, you can schedule your examination after 10 or 11 days. I'm sorry, I'm not sure about the days, but you can schedule your exam after 15 days if you're not able to clear your examination in first go, right? And if you have the voucher, you can use your voucher only once. And there are virtual trainings also provided by Microsoft, which you can attend and have the free vouchers to appear for your examination. Let me share the virtual training link. You can schedule your sessions from there, and you can attend the sessions, and then you can appear for your examination. Just 1 minute. Till then, if you have any questions, you can drop in Q&A section.
Yes, there is one more question, which I think a lot of people might have in their minds. How long does it take to prepare for this entire exam? Like, I think it would be great if you could answer it for both those who are working full-time job or those who are not working. For both these categories, I think it would be great if you can answer how many hours it takes.
Okay, if you are a student, you can give around 1 and 1.5 hour daily, and it will take around 10 to 15 days if you are preparing for this exam very thoroughly, right? And I would really want you to take time to prepare for this exams. Take 15 days maximum, because so that you have the better understanding of things, of all the things which are in Azure cloud. And if you are a professional, you can give 45 minutes or 1 hour to prepare for this examination. And you can take your time around 20 to 25 days. It will not take more than that. And 20 to 25 days are more than enough to prepare for it. And after preparing for this much days, you can definitely clear your examination.
Okay, there's one more question, Aditya. I read it somewhere that during the exam we need to switch on the camera and all. So is it true that is it true that we have a proctor during the exam?
Yes, yes, it is true. See, it is a certification examination, right? So this examination has a value. So it is a proctored examination. Uh, and this is a very serious examination. You can't take it very lightly. You will have to turn on your camera. There should not be any background noise. You cannot turn your necks here and there. You cannot wear earphones, and you cannot have watches and all. The proctors will have the proper environment check for your examination. So yeah, that will be a proctored examination.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so we can start the quiz now. If you still have any other questions, we'll share Aditya's LinkedIn link as well with you, so you can connect with him personally later on. And still, I mean, till the time we wrap up this session, if you come across any other questions, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A section. Yes. So coming back to the quiz, as Aditya announced in the beginning itself, so there will be 5 questions and 5 winners will be announced. So it will be like a fastest finger first kind of quiz. So whoever answers correctly for each question, and he or she should be the first person to do so, that for that question you will be rewarded. So we'll announce 5 winners for these 5 questions. Okay. Yeah. Now, what are the rules? There is only one rule. You need to share your answers in the Q&A section. Please don't use the chat box. Otherwise, it gets difficult to track the winners. So you use the Q&A section for this and use a particular format. For example, if the answer to question 1 is option A, then you write 1A. Okay, so that we know which question you are answering for. Okay, I hope the rules are clear to all of you. Okay, great. So we also have some special discount codes for the rest of the participants. So even if you're not lucky for today, your name is not there in the 5 winners list, then you can have some special discount codes. So there is a flat 40% off on our courses and practice tests. So as Aditya showed you, for the AZ-900 exam, we have a video course and practice tests. And if you buy any of them, like if you are only buying the practice test series, then also you will get the hands-on labs for free. And if you're buying only the video course, then also you will get the hands-on labs for free. So right now our hands-on labs are complementary with both the video courses as well as the practice tests. But I would recommend that video course plus practice test is a good combination for your entire preparation. But yeah, these are the codes that are available on your screen. And then we also have premium subscription, which allows you to access all our 250 plus courses and our complete hands-on labs library. So you can take our Whizlabs premium subscription as well. So all these codes are there on your screens, and we'll be sharing all this with you later on as well on your email. So feel free to use these codes and share with your friends or colleagues who are also preparing for these exams. Okay. All right. So Aditya, over to you. Please start the quiz.
Okay. Are you guys excited for the quiz? Are you guys ready? Please drop in the chat box.
Yes. So you need to answer in the Q&A. Please don't get confused. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Just don't drop your answers in the chat box. Okay, now you can switch to the Q&A section. Okay, we are getting started with the quiz. The first question is what is the different type of services offered in Azure Cloud? PaaS, IaaS, SaaS, all of these. Okay, coming to second question. Which of the following is not a type of cloud server? Public cloud servers, private cloud servers, dedicated cloud servers, and merged cloud servers. Okay, coming to third question. Which of the following service model the hardware is virtualized in the cloud? Recall, I've already covered this in the session. NAS, PaaS, CaaS, or IaaS. Okay, coming to fourth question. Cloud in cloud computing represents what? Wireless, internet, hard drives, people. The term cloud in cloud computing represents what? Think and answer, think, first think and then answer.
Okay, one last chance. If you have not participated yet, make sure you are the first one for the last question.
Yeah, that's a good chance. You can have the access of Whizlabs course for of AZ-900 and you can directly prepare from there. So last question, coming to last question. Be ready. Ready, steady, go. The last question is, the characteristic of something have been provided by an authorized source in the context of security is known as the characteristic of something having been provided by an authorized source in the context of security is known as availability, consistency, authenticity, or integrity. Availability, consistency, authenticity, or integrity. Okay, cool. I think we have the answers. Congratulations. Who have,
I think we have seen a lot of participation. So
yeah,
it will be fun to announce the winners. So
that's really
Aditya,
nice.
would you like to reveal the answers before we wrap up the session so that everyone can know?
Yeah, definitely. The answer of first question is all of these. Azure provides all of the works on all of the cloud models. And the second one is merged cloud servers. And the third one is infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure, hardware is virtualized. So what is being virtualized? Infrastructure is being virtualized, right? So that's why the answer is infrastructure as a service. And cloud computing represents what? Internet. I mentioned in the first slide that why we are saying it public, because cloud computing, it's public because we can, it's available over the internet, right? Cloud means what? Cloud means you can have the access from anywhere, everywhere. It is present everywhere. Cloud, right? So internet is present everywhere. Wireless is not present everywhere, right? So that's why internet is the answer. And for question number 4, the answer is, I hope that many of you were correct in this. Perfect. The answer is authenticity. For 5th question, the answer was authenticity. So thank you so much, everybody, for appearing in the quiz. It was really nice to see all of you to participate. And I could see that you all were very enthusiastic for the session and the quiz as well. So if you want to connect me on LinkedIn, you can, I'm sharing this link in the chat box. You can send me connection request and you can connect me over there. Or if you have any query, you can send me in the chat. You can directly connect with me. Also, at the end, if all of you would be able to turn on your camera, we can have a screenshot with you all. So it would be really nice. So that I can save it in my gallery, because you all were really nice and I could see your enthusiasm for the session. So yeah.
Yes, so those who want to be a part of the frame, you can raise your hand and we'll promote you to panelists. So right now, since being an attendee, you won't be able to switch on your camera. So if you want to be a part of the frame, please raise your hand and we'll promote. Okay, a lot of people being interested. That's nice to see. Okay. So about this quiz, we'll announce the winners on our social media channels. So make sure you are following us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, so that you are notified about the post. And we'll also be emailing you with the entire recording of this session, as well as the slides that Aditya represented, and also the discount code. So all these details will be emailed to you on Monday, and the winners will also be announced on Monday. Okay. Yes, so those who have been added as panelists, I request you to please switch on your camera. Okay, any other participants would like to be a part of the frame? Come on, guys, it would be nice to see you all. And also we'll be posting this picture on social media channels. So it would be great if you all can join in. Okay. Hi, Avinash. Hi, Tanvi. Hello, Ritik.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. So nice to see all the attendees. Yeah. Okay. Mayur, can you also switch on your camera, please? Okay, great. Any other attendees? Okay. All right. So
well,
are we all ready for the picture?
Okay, it's already.
Yes. Mayur, okay. All right. So if you have any poses in mind, please be prepared for that. Otherwise, you can't complain to me later on that we were not ready for the picture. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you in our next webinar. So you can follow us on social media so that you can be informed about all our upcoming sessions. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Bye.
much, everybody, for joining in. Thank you so much.